All right, welcome in everybody. Glad to see y'all here. It is Sunday morning, a little bit before noon Central Time, and we have game 3 of this rubber match with Oklahoma and Arizona. Game 1, we saw OU come out hot with the bats, put up some runs early, fell apart. Yesterday was a complete different story. The bats came out hot just like yesterday, but they just kept putting it on, and it was home run after home run, hit after hit. And Oklahoma wins big 21-3. You would have thought you were watching football, but yeah, 21 runs, 21 hits. A lot of young freshmen were able to get some great experience early in the season against a ranked opponent at their place. Audrey Lowry started the game yesterday, looked great, brought in Sydney Burzone to get her confidence back up after having kind of a rough outing the night before. And then they brought in the young Berkeley. Let me get her last name. Still learning the Oklahoma roster. Berkeley Zach. She came in with a 21-0 lead. Just needed to get 3 outs to get the run rule. Had a few walks, had a few hits. Arizona gets 3, but that was a great experience for her. That was a great time for her to grow. And so hopefully with the experience from this weekend here in Tucson, Arizona, especially for all these younger players, this is going to give them valuable experience and valuable growth moving forward as we get into SEC play. We face some other tougher opponents in the non-con and then in the postseason. So excited to see what we do here. If we can come in here, get a series win. That's a great start for Oklahoma. Ideally, we would have wanted them to be undefeated, but that's not the goal. The goal is not to go undefeated. That's okay. I mean, yesterday we saw Texas lose. They went down to Nebraska. So Oregon's gone down. They're number 5. So we've seen multiple top 10 losses here in opening weekend. But that does give me joy in that, a lot like in college football, you have some teams that play a ranked team or a bigger game in the opening weekend. But this weekend in softball, I mean, Oklahoma, they've played Power 4 all the way through this weekend. You're playing the number 18 team at their place in 3 games. You have Nebraska versus Texas. We've seen A&M versus Texas Tech. Tech was able to get a close victory in that yesterday. Nebraska, Washington, Clemson, Oregon. I mean, it's just been a phenomenal opening weekend for softball so far. So hopefully it ends with a bang here. Oklahoma can get their victory, get a series win, and move on. Looking into next weekend, Valentine's weekend, Oklahoma, it's going to be an easier weekend. It's going to be one of those cupcake, name your score. How many home runs can they get? It's a weekend to definitely boost their offensive stats. But they have a couple games next Friday on the 13th, and they play. I got the schedule right here. Let me pull it up and show you guys real quick. So next Friday they play. Next Friday they have a game at 11 in the morning in Las Cruces, New Mexico. They're playing Montana. And then a few hours later after that, they play New Mexico State. And then they have 2 games next Saturday on Valentine's Day. First one at 10 a.m. against Minnesota. And then they follow up with that at 1 o'clock in the afternoon against Idaho State. And then on the 15th, next Sunday, a week from today, they go to El Paso, my old stomping grounds, as I was stationed there at Fort Bliss with the military. But Oklahoma's going to make a stop there, play UTEP, and finish out that weekend. So that should be a easy 5 wins. So if we can get the win here, start out 3-1, get into next weekend, get those 5 easier cupcake wins, that's going to put us at 8-1, and we're off and running. And then from that, we have the Mary Nutter out there in California. Now, my goal is to stream every game that I possibly can for Oklahoma softball. But the weekend of the 19th and the 20th and the 21st, those are going to be on Flow College, and they ask a pretty hefty price to get those games. I mean, now Oklahoma has some great matchups. They play Duke, Long Beach State, San Diego State, Cal State Fullerton, Cal, and then the big one would be Washington. Washington is ranked. They're like 23, 24. Now they've kind of had a rough start this weekend, having to play Nebraska, having to play, I believe, Texas, either Texas or Texas A&M, but they're kind of off to a rough start. But that's kind of where the Oklahoma schedule is here over the next few weekends. But other than OU playing on Flow softball, my plan is to be able to get it here and stream every softball game for y'all. So I'm glad you guys are here with me to support me with this. I'm glad it's always good because I'm up here in the St. Louis area, so I don't see very many Oklahoma fans. So it's always good to get to watch a game with other Center fans and just get to interact, see where you guys are from. We all know that Center Nation stretches out it's wide, massive following for Center Nation. So just a few minutes out from the game. So y'all let me know in the comments, where are you guys watching from? What's your score prediction? I've been awful at that, but I think I'm going to go with 8-1. I felt like last night they gave them a lot of confidence here moving forward. And I was listening to the pregame with Patty, just kind of over the last few days, and she was talking about Carly Keeney, who's kind of came in to replace Jen Rocha while she's dealing with her health scare, and prayers to her and her family. Hopefully she's doing better with that. And hopefully we see her back soon in the dugout, hopefully next weekend. But they said, Patty just kind of said that, Carly Keeney was nervous, kind of overwhelmed a little bit. Communication from the dugout to the bullpen wasn't where it needed to be. So they got a lot of that stuff fixed. So, just like anything else we do in life, when you first start out, you don't always necessarily have everything together. But she thought that last night went a lot better. So it's just a learning curve, So, but Patty's happy with where they are. She's happy to see all the games just everything that they were able to learn over this weekend about themselves as a team. Because like I said, Oklahoma, if you look at their roster, it's a 2-to-1 ratio with 14 underclassmen and then just your 7 upperclassmen. So a really young team spread in with a couple of senior transfers and a couple of senior players. But this is a very, very talented team that's going to be in contention every year for the next 3, 4, 5 years with this current roster that we have here in the 26th season. So this was, yes, we've lost the game, but I like that we're playing a really good opponent, a number 18 team in the country in Arizona, taking that loss early. So that was a learning opportunity, and you gotta love that. These young girls are going to get so much growth from this opening weekend of the season moving forward, and that's just going to make them that much better, as we get through the rest of non-con and then get into SEC play, which is going to be tough. I know last night that's one thing we were talking about was their conference. I was talking with Dennis. If you're in here, Dennis will let us know. Just looking at Oklahoma's conference schedule, they don't have Tennessee, they don't have Bama, they don't have Florida. To me, their biggest opponent is Texas, which that's going to be in April. And in my eyes, that's going to decide the 1-2 seed for the SEC conference. Now, Dennis said that we need to be keeping an eye on LSU, which we do play later in the season. But he said that's a guy or a team to keep your eye on. We do play A&M, and yes, they're a top 15 team. But it seems like their offense isn't what it was. So I feel like they've kind of fallen down a little bit. So for me, at the end of the day, with SEC, last year we had a lot tougher schedule. We had to play Tennessee, Bama, Florida, of course, Oklahoma. Gosh, who am I missing? We had Missouri, I believe. I think we had Arkansas, who we have this year. But I feel like last year's first season in the SEC for conference was a lot tougher than this year. So that's what gives me confidence in, Last year we went 17-7 in the SEC, and with that whole mess with A&M, it was a tie. And then just how that SEC tournament actually played out with the rain. But it was great to see Oklahoma get in there in the SEC first year and get a share of that title. So, yeah, like I'm saying, for me, when it comes to SEC, I think it's going to come down to that series in April against Texas. Now, it is going to be in Austin at their place. So that'll be tough. I mean, that's going to be a hostile environment, obviously, as we're their number one rival. So that's going to be a heck of a series in the first couple of weeks of April, and I think that's what's going to decide everything. And then if I had to guess right now, before we really get into it, in third, I mean, I guess maybe you could put LSU there, maybe A&M, but I feel like they're going to be kind of distant from Oklahoma and Texas when it comes to conference record. Kind of my thoughts of where we are right now. Now there is, if you look at it in the top 25, you have Oklahoma's ranked. Of course, you have Texas. You have Texas A&M. Georgia's ranked. I believe Alabama's ranked. Florida's up there. Tennessee, of course, is a top 5 team. I mean, so you have 8, 9 SEC teams in the top 25. So just like college football, where the ACC is the top conference and it's not even close, when it comes to softball, it's the exact same thing. Exact same thing. It's a loaded conference. What's going on? See if this game is loaded and ready to go. There we go. All right, so we got to add for a few more minutes, and we should be able to get this game underway. So 18 of y'all here, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Let me know where you're watching from today. What's your score prediction? My score predictions so far have been completely off. So I'm going to say 8-1, but man, I've been completely off every time. So I know Teresa, if you're in here, she may be in here a little bit later. Last night she commented that she picked a 10-1 victory for Oklahoma in that first game against Arizona, where they had the lead but couldn't hold it, and they lost. And I said, oh no, you had the right score, just it was the wrong day, because at that point it was 7-0, and then Oklahoma just exploded with those 10 runs in the fourth inning last night, and then they added on a few more, to go up 21. And I'm listening to Chris Plank and talk to Petty Gasso, and they were saying that, I don't know if y'all knew this, but last night's score where they put up 21 runs, that was the most that they've ever put up against a ranked opponent ever. And their, in their very historic program here at Oklahoma with Patty Gasso. But yeah, so that was a new record that they set last night against Arizona. So it was a great day yesterday in softball. Oklahoma with the big comeback win. The Shorthorns went down, so that's always a great day when that happens. Tech was able to hang on. What were some of the other upsets? Because there were some. I think Oregon bounced back yesterday, but I know they lost the night before. Clemson Oregon beat Clemson. Or no, I'm sorry. The first game, Clemson beat Oregon, so that was an upset. So in the opening weekend, we've seen number 3 lose. We saw number 2 Texas lose. Number 5. All right, game just popped on. The girls are on the sidelines. They're doing the. All right, both teams are going to the dugout. We're going to get this going. But opening weekend. So we've seen number 3 Oklahoma. We've seen number 2 Texas. We've seen number 5 Oregon lose. Of course, Nebraska was number 9. They've lost the game, but they did beat Texas. So thank you, Jordy Ball. Appreciate your efforts yesterday. So great opening weekend of softball. The goal is not to go undefeated. I've had some comments from some fans that just after the Arizona loss, that hey, this is just going to be a mediocre year. Our pitching's horrible. It's going to be a horrible year. And I'm just like, guys, what are you thinking? This is opening weekend. And then I've had people say, well, Oklahoma, do they really deserve that number 3 ranking? I think they do, because Do we really know what any of these teams are opening weekend? No, because teams are going to grow, they're going to mature. There'll be changes, throughout the season. So just if you were an outsider looking at, to see, and you just saw the box score from Friday's game and then last night, you would think, oh man, Friday you're thinking, man, is Oklahoma going to be? Are they kind of on the downfall? Are they going to be able to maybe get another title? Are they just overranked and overhyped? And then you see last night's score, and you're like, oh, never mind. Nope, Oklahoma's exactly where they need to be. The number 3 ranking is valid. So, because if they can do that to a top 20 team at their place, I mean, imagine what they can do the rest of the season. So, really, really excited that softball is here. Excited to see what this young team is going to do for Oklahoma. And here we are. We're going to get this game going. OU is going to be batting first. So, Teddy, there you go. I like it. 14-3. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, Teddy. 12:06 now. Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. So, yeah, David, back in business, son. Back in business. Hopefully, like we've seen the last few nights, though, here on top of the first, we could put up some runs, put the pressure instantly on Arizona. And hopefully we can get another run roll win, get out of here in 5. And I know today's a big day. We have the Super Bowl. So I don't really have a preference for the Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Seahawks. You guys let me know who you're going for in the comments. I'm going to watch the game, but really don't have a preference. So, but I'm glad that we'll be able to watch the Sooners play, hopefully get a series win, and then we can all relax a little bit and then watch the Super Bowl. So we have a 1-1 count. 2-1 count to Cassidy here to start off the top of the first inning. Teddy, 34-27. Could be. Seahawks look tough. Patriots are good. Yeah, Seahawks look tough. If I had to, now I'm not a betting man by no means because obviously my predictions are horrible. But if I had to guess, if I had to put any kind of money down, I would pick the Seahawks in a close one. And 34-27, absolutely. That could absolutely be the score, Teddy, for sure. Cassidy with a full count now. But I like the patience. We're not chasing. That's one thing, or something else I saw from the first game against Arizona to last night was the plate discipline is a lot better. We're not chasing. I mean, we saw a few here and there, but nothing like we saw the first couple of games. And that's just a little growth that we're going to see. Adjustments, watching on the tablet with JT, just growing, learning, maturing. And that's what and that's what we want to see for these young ladies, being so young of a team, is just growth and maturity from game to game, series to series. I mean, we all know that what we see now here in February, early March, the OU team is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, by the time we get to late May, the end of conference play, and then into postseason. So here we go. Great start. Cassidy Pickering gets us started off with a walk. We'll take it. Chris Pike just said that today is the 3-year anniversary of Cassidy's first home run as a Sooner, and it was a grand slam. And Cassidy, she's been a stud. She's going to be one of the greats for sure. So definitely be in the record books for the Oklahoma program. As we have Ella Parker here, 2 home runs on the season. She's had a lot of strikeouts. So hopefully we don't see any of that today, and that she'll learn from that. And hopefully this was just a little 2-3 game slump when it comes to hitting for Ella Parker. And Katie's going to be the starter, so I'm excited to see Kirsten Dill, someone that has a lot of experience. She's been here, done that here with Oklahoma. She's seen everything. So I'm hoping that we see her come out with command and that she's just able to overmatch all these Arizona hitters, and they just don't know what to do. And hopefully we get some runs early, and it can be a 5-inning run roll win today for the Oklahoma Sooners. As Ella with a 2-1 count. We have Cassidy over at first, no outs, top of the first. On Super Bowl Sunday, Ella fouls off another. Looking at 2-2. Hey, David, what's your score for the Super Bowl? Teddy has 34-27. What are you thinking for the game tonight? Let's go, Ella. Oh, came just a little bit short. Long out for Ella Parker, caught on the warning track. But a hard hit ball. Just a little short. Needed a little bit more wind. Just don't have any wind today there in Tempe in Tucson, unfortunately. Just like that, 2 quick outs. So Oklahoma started that good. We had the Cassidy Pickering walk, and then since then it's just been two long flyouts for Oklahoma. So here comes Gabby Garcia, looking to get a little 2-run or a 2-out rally going. Gabby takes strike 1. Let's go, Gabby. And with that, we have on her knees, the Arizona pitcher gets the grounder, and after that opening walk, it's 3 up, 3 down after that. So go to the bottom of the first. Oklahoma not able to put up any runs in the first inning for the first time in this series with Arizona. But excited to see Kirsten Deal. Hopefully she comes out firing and just able to shut down this Arizona offense. Hopefully I want to see a clean game defensively. You know, we've seen a couple errors the last couple nights against Arizona in the infield with Alana Abignani and shortstop. I've gone blank on who that was, but we've seen just 3 or 4 errors so far. A little bit uncharacteristic. Now, this is opening weekend. It's early, but we know that's going to get fixed. So I was saying last night, whenever they do have practice this week, as they make their way into New Mexico for next weekend, going to be a lot of defensive practice for sure. A lot of defensive practice, just making sure they're good to go. Keep their mindset in a great place. Keep them playing free. So you guys that are watching the Super Bowl, are you guys you watching it at your house? Are y'all going to a party, or you watching it at a restaurant bar type situation? What's going on? I'll just be here at my house watching it. Not really gonna be doing too much when it comes to that, but I know a lot of people like to have a big party and get together and have a lot of good food and a lot of good drinks and just enjoy the Super Bowl. $25 of y'all in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate all of y'all being here on Super Bowl Sunday as we watch the Sooners trying to get the series win over number 18 Arizona and start the season 3-1 on this opening weekend road trip as they're out in Arizona, and they will make their way next weekend to Las Cruces and then to El Paso to finish up next weekend's series. And then they will go out to California for the Marriott Classic after that. So Katie with a 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first, no score. We'll take it. Little grounder to third. Nellie Mack with the throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. Definitely what we want to see from Kirsten and his defense. 3 up, 3 down, get back in the dugout, and we got to get some runs on the board and put some pressure on this Arizona team. Let's not give Arizona any kind of momentum, any kind of hope that they have a great shot at winning this. Just like last night. And I know last night we saw Arizona go through a lot of pitchers. So see how that's going to go for today. You know, Oklahoma's done a really good job, and that's one thing that I love. Oh, great out by Abby there to run in left field and get that out. So quickly, 4 pitches, 2 outs for Kirsten. Heck of a start for her. But this is one thing I'm really excited for. You know, last year it was, yeah, we had Audrey Wells and we had a few other pitchers, but mainly we would ride the arm of Sam Landry, and it was kind of do or die with her. Now, I mean, we got third, and we got, you know, just one game, it's just 1 away from going to the Champ Series. With all that being said, and last year's team did overachieve, obviously. Some people said last year was a down year. It was a building year, which, I mean, if a so-called building year gets us third and how far we got with that team, then what does that say for this year's team? You know, with the talent we brought back, the talent that came in from the high school ranks, from the transfer portal, this is one of the most talented teams that Patty's had in a while. Some people thought with the bats that we have, could the offense be kind of similar to the 21 offense with Alo and all them other Oklahoma greats? So last night, that kind of gave you a glimpse of what this young Oklahoma team is about and what they can do. As Kirsten Deal hits the batter here in the arm. Yep. But really excited for this year's pitching staff. We have a lot more depth, a lot more talent, a lot more experience with it. So we'll be able to pitch by committee, not just, hey, can we throw Sam today? How's she feeling? So with all this depth, we're definitely going to need that come SEC play, and then, of course, in the postseason. So really, really, really excited for this team's opportunity and what they can do and accomplish this year. Which I said from the get-go, I think that we get back on top. This team is too talented to not get another title. Kirsten having a little bit of struggles here. She had the first 2 quick outs and 4 pitches. Hit the batter after that, and now it's in a 2-0 count. So Kendall Wells go out there and talk to Katie, make sure she's good, just tell her relax, and let's get this last out and get back to the dugout. Ball 3. Come on, Kirsten. Don't need any ball 4. What a great quick start to the inning. But now we saw Arizona in this situation last night. There were multiple times that they were able to get runners on first and second, and OU was able to shut them down. So hopefully we see Katie bounce back right here, get it out, and we can go to the second inning and try to get some runs on the board. There we go. Strike 1. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that throw. There we go. Ella Parker, let's go. Arizona got the hit. They're being aggressive on the base run or on the base pads. Ella Parker said, "No, ma'am." Lined in to Kendall Wells, out by a mile. Kendall just waiting on the runner. And with that, Oklahoma gets out of it. And we move to the second inning with a no score. That's the defense that we love to see as Oklahoma fans. There we go. That's exciting to see. Always love watching the defensive play when you see an outfielder throw it in and gun down a runner. Those are one of the more exciting plays in softball to me. But she was out by a mile. Like Kendall was having to wait on her to get there. What an exciting finish right there to that first inning. Y'all let me know in the comments, what do y'all think so far? What's your score prediction? Where are y'all watching from? Something I think I might do is just get like a little world map or USA map. And then once I see, I would say, hey, Teddy, where are you watching from? David, all you other guys that are in here. And then we'll just put up some thumbtacks. And then the goal would be, could we get a center fan watching from every state in the country? I think that would be pretty cool. So far, we've seen Georgia, Puerto Rico, Japan in the Arizona State game, Oklahoma, Texas, Illinois. Of course, I'm in St. Louis, Louisiana. And I believe that's it so far. We have 22 of you on here watching. You guys are kind of shy in the comments. So let me know, where are you guys watching from here on this Super Bowl Sunday? Nellie Mack to start it off here at the top of the second. Takes ball one. Change the ticker at the bottom real quick. Fouls that one off. 1-1 count. All right, there we go. So if you're just now tuning in, top of the second inning, no score. Oklahoma left Cassidy Pickens. We had an opening walk to that inning and just some long pop outs and weren't able to do anything with it. And then Arizona, we had Katie's at the mound. She had a really, really quick 2 outs and like 4 pitches, and then got into a little bit of trouble. But then the batter came and hit a ball out to Ella Parker in right field, and she gunned down the runner trying to come home. Oh, another hit for Nellie Mack. Smart by that center fielder for Arizona. Hard hit ball, bounces off the wall out there in center field, but able to hold her to a long single. So great defensive play by that Arizona center fielder because she knows the speed and the aggressiveness of what this OU team can do. So really, she's going to be out because the bat was out there when the ball was in play. Would have been a great bunt. Let's see this replay. Oh, sure was. Sure was. Yeah, she's out. Patty had to talk to the umpire, but yeah, when she put the bunt out, the bat was in fair play with that. So yeah, Patty's talking to the umpire about what just happened. Yeah, Kai Minor there trying to put down a bunt, but Umpire calls her out. Patty's going to okay, so Patty Gasso is going to challenge this for the first challenge of the year. I don't think Patty's going to win this, but you never know. Yeah, I don't think Patty Gasso is going to win this challenge. It's okay. So we are going to have should be one out, top of the second. You have Nellie Mack, who just got a long single. She hit a ball off the wall in center field, but great defensive play by Arizona. So we should have one out with Nellie Mack over at first and go from here. As we're waiting for the call from the umpire on this first challenge of the year for Patty Gasso, but don't think she's going to get this. It's not going to go our way. Hope I'm wrong. $31 of y'all in here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all taking time out to watch this game with me on Super Bowl Sunday. Make sure while you're in here that you hit that like button for me. And if you enjoy Oklahoma softball, Oklahoma content, I really enjoy live streaming softball, OU football there in the fall. I'm a military vet, so I do like doing videos and stuff for the military, always giving them love and appreciation. And then sometimes I enjoy just sharing some of my life experiences with y'all, and it's kind of giving you a peek into my life a little bit. So I hope you guys that are here, I hope you guys enjoy your time being here with me, getting to watch the game with other Sooner fans from all over the world. It's been so exciting. It's been a lot of fun getting to talk to you, Teddy, Groovy Sooner, Teresa, David, Danny, whenever he gets in here. Met a lot of great people, and it's been a lot of fun with y'all. So I hope you guys have a good time while you're here. If you watch the Sooners, hopefully get a series win today, coming out of opening weekend here over number 18 Arizona, as they continue to show the replay from what they're looking at. But this should be an out, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah. So Patty challenged it, but it did not go Oklahoma's way. It's going to be an out. So top of the second, we have one out. Kai, unfortunately, just tough, as she was trying to bunt the ball to advance Nellie Mack over to second. But here we are. No score. Top of the second, we have one out, and Nellie Mack over at first. See if we can't get some runs going here in the inning. Start to put a little bit of pressure on this Arizona pitcher and their defense. Here comes another freshman phenom for Oklahoma, AP. Not just a pitcher, but also a home run hitter. She had one a couple of nights ago. I thought she had one last night. Just went foul. So the talent, the freshman that Oklahoma has this year on their roster is just unbelievable. See if AP can't get something going, get some runs on the board. As she's sitting with a 2-0 count. Now a 3-0 count. Teresa, good to see you. Good afternoon. Glad you're in here. Top of the second, no score, Teresa. It's been quick. Not a whole lot going on either side. If you just tuned in, Nellie Mack started the inning with a long single that bounced off the center field wall. They were able to get it in quickly so she could not go to second. And then Kai Miner just had a bunt. but the bat was out in fair play as it was going. Patty challenged it, but unfortunately she was out. And then we just had a 4-pitch walk. So here we go. Sooners threatening for the first time today with the runner on first and second, 1 out. See if Aliana here can't get the first RBI today. Maybe a home run. I know last night if y'all were in here, we were talking about, well, what's better? Do you want to see a single or do we want to see a home run? Danny's not in here yet, but Teresa, Teddy, David, y'all that are in here, what do y'all think? You want to see a 3-1 bomb right here, or do you just want to see us get a hit and keep this going for the next batter? What do y'all think? Let's go, Lana. 2-2 count, so got to protect right here. We have an opportunity to put some runs on the board first. Let's not let this squander. Works it to a full count, so hey, bases loaded. Definitely would take that. There we go. There we go, y'all. Bases loaded, 1 out for Oklahoma, top of the second. What a great opportunity with just the 1 out to really open this thing up a little bit. As the Arizona pitcher, we're just in the top of the second, y'all, with just 1 out, and she is already sitting with 33 pitches. So if you're Oklahoma, you love to see this. Because we've seen every time Arizona go through a lot of pitchers every game. At this point, Oklahoma has seen all their pitchers. We know they know what to expect, what their tendencies are. So are we going to see a pitching change here pretty soon? Something we like to see, and this is very common with Patty Gassa's team. Her teams love to make the pitchers work, and like you really got to earn that out. Ooh, we call that a strike. I don't know about that. Thought a little high, but okay. Let's go, Abby. Doug, yes, that's Abby Dayton batting. Ball in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher. Would have been a wild pitch and would have got the first run for Oklahoma, but good stop by that catcher. I think right here, I would love to see a grand slam. That'd be great. Let's see it. Let's clear the bases, Abby. Abby takes the ball up high. 2-1. Abby pops it up to left field, but it goes out of play. Ooh. All right, so Abby's sitting here with the 2-2 count. If you're just tuning in, top of the second, no score. Oklahoma with a big series threat here. We have bases loaded, just 1 out. As Abby Dayton is trying to come through and get a big hit. Abby hits it. Runner goes back. Oh, great catch by the left fielder. But Nellie Mack able to tag up, and we get the first run. Let's go. Abby did her job. There we go. We'll take it. So Oklahoma now up 1-0 here in top of the second. 2 outs, but we still have a couple of base runners. So still an opportunity to have a really big inning right here. As we see Cassidy for the second time this game, she had a quick walk in her first at bat. Sooners couldn't do anything with it. But let's see if Cassidy can get a big 3-run homer. That's what I would love to see right here. That was something that we struggled with last year a lot, was leaving too many base runners on, just not being able to get them home. See if the All-American here, Cassidy, can't do something. Fouls that one off. So 1-2 count now for Cassidy. 2 outs, 2 on. Oklahoma up 1-0 in the top of the second. Ball up high. Another foul for Cassidy. Cassidy with a 2-2 count. Looking to get a big hit and open this thing up a little bit for Oklahoma with 2 on. Down the left field line, foul. So Cassidy's battling, making this pitcher work, and Cassidy just battling, trying to make something of this opportunity here early in the game. 30 of you guys in here, thank you. I appreciate y'all being here so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. And if you really enjoy being here, I will be doing a lot of live streams this year with Oklahoma softball. So please welcome you. I invite you to come on in, hit the subscribe button, join the family. It's a great time of year with all you Sooner fans across the country. Cassidy pops up, not able to do anything with it, but we did get 1 run across. So going to the bottom of the second, Oklahoma up 1-0. $31 y'all on here. Y'all let me know where are you watching from today. I was saying a little bit earlier, I think I'm going to get just a board of the country, and I want to put up a thumbtack of where all you guys are from and see if we can't hit every state. I think that'd be a good goal I have over the softball season. What do y'all think? See if we can't hit every state. I think that'd be pretty awesome. No, Teresa, so far so good. Very good discipline, not chasing anything. I mean, the Arizona pitcher after 2 innings is pushing 50 pitches already. So a lot of good hitting so far. A lot of good just at bats for Oklahoma. Love to see it. Love to see it. Teresa, you have any big plans for the Super Bowl, or just watching the game at home, or what do you have going on later today? Also, Teresa, what was your score prediction for today? What do you have? A lot of OU fans out there in Tucson. Oklahoma always travels well. A lot of West Coast Sooners, of course, between California and that pipeline when it comes to recruiting. So here we are, bottom of the second. First pitch is a ball for Kirsten Dill. Ball two. Let's go, Cassidy. We need a quick 3 up, 3 down. Get back in the dugout. We got a little bit of fireworks there, and getting the run up, left runners or getting the first run on the board. Left a few runners on, but bats were starting to heat up a little bit, getting to that pitcher already. So would definitely like to see these girls get back in the dugout and get some more runs up on the board. Get some more insurance. It would definitely be great to see another 5-inning run roll for sure. So we can call it a day and then enjoy our evening and watch the Super Bowl. Batter fouls it off. So we have a full count here for the first batter for KD. See if KD can get her first strikeout of the game today. Six one. Okay. Could be. I think my prediction, I think I had 8-1 today. I think with my prediction as Katie walks the first batter. So something else we haven't seen yet is a double play. Would love to see a double play right here. Teresa's a Bears fan. Yeah. When it comes to the Patriots and Seahawks, I don't have any preference. I don't care who's going to win that either way. Doesn't matter. I'll watch it, but Grove, okay. We have Doug tuning in from Grove, Oklahoma. So for y'all that are in here, Ray from North Carolina. All right, cool. So I need to start writing this down. So Ray there in Holly Springs, North Carolina. That's a state that we have not had yet. So that's another one. So Ray, welcome. I'm glad you're here to watch the Sooners on this Super Bowl Sunday. This is a great time here. This is a great family. It's so much fun to get to watch OU softball with y'all, but just to get to interact and just meet other OU fans, because I'm sure it's like this for Teresa and you guys that are not necessarily in Oklahoma. We're surrounded by other teams fans, and so I don't know about Teresa or Ray there in North Carolina. We just don't see a lot of, or here in St. Louis, we don't see a lot of OU fans. So whenever I do, it's like, hey, how are you doing? It's always a quick boomer, and people will look at us weird. But so I don't see very many OU fans up here. So actually, I'm gonna start writing this down. I'm gonna try to get a map this week for sure, and we'll have that. I'll put it right here behind me, so we can keep track of where everybody is watching from. So I'm going to start to write down, because North Carolina, that is a new one. North Carolina, we have Ray. We have Teresa in Illinois. So Arizona threatening here. We have runners on first and second. One out count for KD. Batter tried to put a bunt down to advance the runners. Goes foul. So a little bit of trouble here for KD. See if she can respond here. They can get out of this mess. Oh, pass ball. Goes right off the glove of Kendall Wells, and it's going to let the runners advance. So serious threat here for Arizona in the second with a runner on second and third, no outs. What did the Sooners do here? Batter fouls that one off. So 2-2. A strikeout right here would be phenomenal. That would be great to see. maybe a line out to third, and you could double up and get that runner over there at third base to get two there that way. Another foul. So a good little battle here in the bottom of the second with Arizona threatening. Oklahoma up 1-0. But Arizona looking to tie, maybe take the lead. As there's some activity now over there in the OU bullpen. Another foul. KD is fixing to throw her 30th pitch of the day. So Oklahoma has anybody they can bring in anybody they want. Everybody's pretty fresh. Nobody's really thrown a lot of pitches. I would say Audrey Lowry for sure has thrown the most by far, but the staff or the pitching staff for sure is pretty well rested. Full count. Come on, Kirsten. Another foul. Like to see Katie finish this, hit her off with a strikeout. Or like we saw in the first inning, Arizona was aggressive in the first inning, and Ella Parker was able to throw the runner out from left field, and Kendall Wells was waiting on her. Another walk for Katie. So we've had a walk, a hit by pitch, and a walk. So this is kind of some remnants of the first game in the series there in the sixth inning where a lot of free passes and it ended up costing us. So some big trouble right here for Oklahoma here in the second inning. Kirsten coasted there in the first for the most part. They were able to get out of that little bit of trouble throwing that runner out at home, but man, the second inning, it's been really rough for KD. As you see Carly Keeney out there, who's kind of taking the place for now of Jen Roach, and prayers to her and her family. Hopefully she's doing well. Carly Keeney heads back to the dugout, and you saw Kendall Wells just trying to give some encouragement to her pitcher there. Tell her to calm down and just play your game. You got a great defense behind you. There we go. Strike on the first pitch. So if you're just tuning in, Oklahoma's up 1-0, bottom of the second over Arizona, but Arizona has bases loaded, no outs. KD is struggling. She's had 2 walks, and she hit a batter earlier, so great stop by Wells right there. So Arizona threatening here in the second, but none of it's been earned. Just some rough pitching. Kirsten not able to find her spot. And so it's led to bases loaded, no outs. See if we can't get the force out at home right here. Another ball low. So 2-1 count. Ball 3. So here we are. Rough inning for KD. This could turn into a lot of damage in this inning. Another walk. We have got to pull Kirsten Deal. Pull her. She just don't have it today. Doesn't have it at all. So if you're just tuning in, bottom of the second, Arizona has tied it because so far we've had a walk by KD. She hit the next batter, another walk, and now another walk. And so bottom of the second, we have a 1-1 score, bases loaded, still no outs. And man, what a rough inning. Today was just not Kirsten's day at all. Petty's out there talking to him. Just not sure what happened because Kirsten looked pretty solid there in the first inning. Second inning, not so much. So could this be, is this going to be another big inning, or could this be a big inning for Arizona? Or is they bring Audrey Lowry back out, and she's been phenomenal. If you watched the game last night, she shut down this Arizona team. They couldn't do anything against her. So, and she's pretty fresh. So can Audrey Lowry come in with bases loaded, no outs, game's tied at 1? Can she shut this down and we get nothing? What do y'all think in the comments? You guys let me know. Is she going to be able to come in here and shut this down? Add to the list while we're waiting here. Doug thinks our pitching is bad. It's looked rough a couple games for sure. Audrey Wells has definitely been the bright spot. She's been solid every outing, Doug. But yeah, we've seen, and I thought Katie, she looked great, there in the first inning, just definitely not her day. And we have a mess here in the second inning, but the one bright spot is Audrey Lowry, as she has a 1-1 count now here. So hopefully we can see her come through and get us out of this big mess. Would love to see a strikeout, obviously, or maybe a grounder that can get the out at home on the force. Foul ball. So quickly, it's a 1-2 count. So gotta like what you gotta like what you see with Audrey Lowry out here in relief of KD. Ground ball to third. Nellie Beck comes in. They get the force out at home. Perfect. So now there you go. There we go. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. So now we have bases loaded, 1 out. But now we have, whether it be a strikeout, it could be a ground out. You get the force out at home, or could we get a 6-4-3 double play and get out of this and minimize the damage? Strike one. Yeah, Audrey Lowry, she for sure is looking like the ace so far. She's been phenomenal. High bouncer. Nellie Matt goes home again for the second force out. There we go. Look at this. What a turnaround. We go from Arizona has all the momentum with Katie giving up the walks and the hit by pitch. Walked in the tying run, and Audrey has just come in and shut this down, getting 2 quick outs. And so hopefully we get the third out right here and everything is minimized, and what could have been a massive, massive inning could just turn into just Arizona able to tie the game. Strike one. Great pitch. What a mess. So just like that, the damage was done. Hitter gets, Ella Parker was shading towards right center. and that cost them what could have been just a routine out with her being shaded towards center. The ball drops. You had the error by Alana. She hangs on to the ball as the runner was going home and fell down, but the damage has been done. So what looked like could be a possible what could have been a great opportunity right there for this Oklahoma team to get out of that mess, and just with just the one run. Arizona with that hit and the error by Alana again. She's struggling, y'all, struggling. Arizona now up 4-1. That's why free passes will kill you. You can't have the free passes. All that's on KD because she looked horrible. KD did not look good at all here in the second inning, and because of those mistakes, Oklahoma now down 4-1, and it's got to be a comeback victory today for the Sooners. 4-1. You still have that runner at third base, so we got to get this third out and get back in the dugout and get these bats going. So close, y'all. So close, y'all, to getting out of this mess. And for whatever reason, Ella was shaded more towards center. Had she just been playing the position, it would have been a routine out, but that's part of the game. It happens. So, what is the mindset of Oklahoma whenever they get back into the dugout? So Ogbani makes the play, throws over to first, but the damage has been done. It's 4-1. None of it, I mean, all them base runners, that was on KD as she walked to, hit somebody. Arduel is considering, I mean, I thought she did a pretty good job right there. So, what do y'all think? With that being said, how are you guys feeling? Let me know in the comments. What do y'all think now going into the third inning down 4-1? We're going to see a big comeback today? Are we going to chip at this, or are we going to just come back with a big inning here in the third? I mean, because we've had some really good hits so far off this Arizona pitcher. She's not throwing great either. So hopefully we can duplicate what Arizona just did here to us and capitalize off some walks maybe, some mistakes, and get this lead back. Change the ticker at the bottom real quick. So if you're watching the telecast, they're showing the interview from last night with Ella Parker after the big blowout win over Arizona. And something that was asked to her was, hey, what was the mindset coming into last night's game? And she said it very, very easy. It was a very simple statement. She said, we just played our ball. We played free, and we just played the ball that we knew that we could play, and that was it. So that approach right here is going to have to be done. Long way to go. Third inning, but they just need to play their ball. Little bouncer over the pitcher. Ella thrown out at first for the first out. So going to need some center magic today, y'all. Thought Ella might have that really close. Wow. But here we are. If you're just tuning in, Kirsten Dill came out in the second, had a rough inning, gave up a couple walks, a hit by pitch, and Arizona made its pay. Audrey Larry came in relief and almost had us out of that mess. But Arizona was able to capitalize, and they are now up 4-1 here in the top of the third. One out. And one of the very talented freshmen, Kendall Wells at the plate, catcher. Kendall Wells is just going to be a pop out to left field, caught by the shortstop, so 2 out. So a quiet inning so far for the Sooners. So OU was able to put a little bit of pressure getting that run in the last inning. Arizona bounces back, which is going to give confidence to this pitcher because she was struggling there. If you saw her in the second inning, she was struggling. You could see it. But with that big answer, the Arizona team, they're feeling confident. As Gabby's trying to get something going with the 2 outs. We've seen this 1,000 times. 2 outs, and then OU still has a big inning. But we just got to get a spark, y'all. We have to get a spark to get us going here. Doug, right field was Ella Parker. Yeah, Ella Parker. She was shaded over towards center. Had she just been playing right field, that would have been a routine out, and we would have been out of it. But it happens. Yeah, I like Ella playing first better for me. I mean, she's a great athlete in her own right, but yeah, for me, I like seeing Ella play first. But she's definitely a talented player for sure. As Gabby was able to get a 2 out single. So here we are. Got a runner on first. We got Nellie Mack at the plate with the 2-0 count. So we got that spark with the hit. So now we got to make this a 2-out rally and get some of these runs back. Nellie Mack fouls it off down third base line. As the Arizona crowd is clapping, giving on their feet, trying to give some encouragement to the Arizona team. Nellie Mack gets hit, so there you go. We got the 2 quick outs, so I mean, there you go. There you go. However we have to do it, we just got to get some base runners, and so here we are. Top of the third, 2 outs, but we had the hit by Gabby, and Nellie Mack just got hit, so we now have runners on first and second. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if Ella Parker was shaded, then that was just them looking at film and tape on that hitter. That's tendencies, like that's probably where she's going to go. But on that particular play, it didn't happen, and of course, Ella Parker don't have the greatest speed, so Arizona was able to make us pay. Hit down left field, right to the left fielder. So after the top of the third, Oklahoma leaves 2 more runners on base, and something today with where we are now in the game, we can't have that. We're going to have to make the most. We're going to have to make the most out of our opportunities whenever we have base runners, y'all. Another wasted opportunity right there. But so if you're just tuning in, bottom of the third, Arizona had a big second inning. Kirsten Deal had a rough second inning, giving up 2 walks, a hit by pitch. They brought in Audrey Lowry. She got 2 outs, and we thought that she was going to be able to minimize the damage at a 1-1 game, but Arizona was able to make us pay. And so now going to the bottom of the third, Arizona's up 4-1. And today here on Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to have to be a comeback win for the Sinners, and going to need to see some Sinner magic. Yeah, she was just shaded towards center. It wasn't her fault. And maybe she had more speed. Maybe she was a Jada Coleman and had that kind of speed. I think Jada would have made that catch, but there's not very many people that have the speed of Jada Coleman. So yeah, it wasn't her fault. Just I get it. You go with tendencies of where the batter usually is going to hit the ball, and just didn't go our way right there. So yeah, and I was really excited to see Kirsten Deal come out. She had a really great start. She had, like, I know in the first inning it was like 2 outs and like 4 pitches, and you thought, man, she's locked in. It's going to be a good day for her. But got to the second, and I don't know what's going on with Kirsten. Just today wasn't her day right there for sure, and had the walks and hit by pitch. And I mean, free passes will cost you for sure. And then, again, we left runners on base. That's happened multiple times now already in this game. And, from here on out with this lead for Arizona, I mean, Oklahoma's going to have to make the most of their opportunities. And when we have base runners, we have got to score. We have got to score. So, for us Center fans here, we have got to see a 3-up, 3-down. KD does. For sure, Dennis. For sure. Strike here for Audrey Lowry. Batter tries to bunt right there. Goes foul. So with a 2-2 count, can Audrey Lowry get her a strikeout? This needs to be a very, very quiet, quick bottom of the third inning for Arizona. We got to get back in the dugout and try to chip into this lead. Long way to go. Long way to go for sure. Definitely not going to see a run roll like what I thought we might see. Agreed. She is definitely our ace. Which, I mean, and she's only a sophomore, so you got to love that for the OU future. I mean, she's throwing like an ace. Command, gets a strikeout. There we go. She is locked in. I want to thank y'all for being in here. Make sure if you're in here, make sure you guys hit that like button for me if you're new here. And if you're having a good time in here with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm a smaller channel trying to grow. I love getting to do this with y'all and just get to watch OU sports with other OU fans, as I'm up here in the St. Louis area, so I don't see a lot of us very often. So my goal is to stream every game that I possibly can, and I hope to see y'all in here as we get through the season. Get to watch and enjoy all the ups and downs that we're going to see this season. Hopefully a lot more ups and downs, but it's going to be a great time. So I hope you guys are having a good time in here today, and hopefully we see some center magic and a comeback win here on Super Bowl Sunday. So again, thank you, and I appreciate all of y'all being here. As Larry has a 1-2 count, can she get her second K of the inning? Would definitely love to see that for her. Ball low and out, 2-2. A grounder out to Agbiani. There we go. Quickly 2 away. So this is what we wanted if you're Oklahoma. A quiet, quick bottom of the third. After the fireworks that Arizona had there for that second inning, this is great to see a quiet, hopefully a quick third inning, and we can get back on track and get some more runs up on the board. Another strike for Audrey Lowry. She is locked in, y'all. Man, she looks so good. She's definitely the early season ace. Yeah, Dennis, I mean, it is early in the game, and of course, a lot can happen, for sure. You say we're struggling. I mean, yeah, we had the loss, but we saw a lot of top teams lose. So, another strike. Yeah, I mean, we are struggling for sure. I can see it. A lot more strikeouts early in the season when it comes to the bats. Now the bats have gotten a lot hotter since this Arizona series has started, as we saw last night. But yeah, just all the errors by the infield that we've seen, that's very uncharacteristic. And then pitching's been up and down. I mean, we've seen Audrey Lowry is our big bright spot when it comes to pitching. I mean, we've seen the transfer from LSU, Cindy Berzon. We saw the transfer from Ole Miss. I call her Mia. She's a sophomore, but they've struggled. They did not look good. So KD did not look good. So I mean, we all know it's early, and we're going to grow and we're going to get better from here on out. Sure, for sure. But yeah, for sure we are struggling. Yeah, but Dennis, also don't forget, what we see today, what we see this month, even next month. By the time we get to May and we're in the thick of conference play, we're going to be a lot different team from what we see. So, great play for the third out. So there we go. There we go. That right there is what we needed, y'all. A very quick, quiet bottom of the third for Arizona. So going to the fourth inning, Oklahoma down 4-1. We got to start chipping away at this lead, y'all. And as we saw last night, we are very, very capable of doing that. Very capable. So it all matters for sure, Dennis, for sure. But hopefully, Dennis, we see all these struggles. I mean, we're going to see, it's going to be up and down here and there. But hopefully, as we grow into the season, we get a lot more consistent with everything. From defense, the pitching, the pitching is going to have to get better. I've been really surprised by the two transfers from LSU and Ole Miss, and then KD. I was really excited to see KD today to see if she was going to be the ace, because I thought she might be able to be the ace this year, but obviously I was wrong there. Could she be the number 2? And at this point, Audrey Lowry is the obvious ace. And after that, I don't know. I don't know who you would put at number 2. I'm not sure. But let's not forget also that we don't have Jen Rocha. Prayers to her and her family. She's not there. And that's playing a factor. That's definitely playing a factor. Just not having her there in the dugout when it comes to calling the pitches, to keeping the pitchers in the right mindset. So I think she's definitely missed, and hopefully we get her back soon, so that some of the things that we're seeing maybe from these pitchers, we won't see once Jen's back in the dugout. You know what I mean? So but here we go. Top of the fourth, Oklahoma down 4-1. If you're just tuning in, game is on ESPN Plus. Or you can listen to it with Chris Plank on the franchise and listen along if you're traveling or driving or whatever you may be doing today on Super Bowl Sunday. As the freshman phenom AP is up to bat, can she get us something going? Dennis, I think we may have to just agree to disagree. I think she's definitely a factor. She's the best pitching coach in the country, and with her absence, I feel like that has to play a little bit of a factor. Full count for AP. Got to get a base runner. We'll take a walk. We'll take anything, but we got to get something going here. Just get us some base runners. But a comeback victory right here, just the way we lost game 1 to Arizona. Now, we had a comeback win against Arizona State in the first game of the season, but how we lost the first game, and of course, yesterday was just a hitting clinic, was just a fireworks show by the offense. Today is completely different. But I would love to see just a comeback for Oklahoma. You know, Arizona was able to get a comeback victory on them. So can Oklahoma do this to them now here in game 3 of the rubber match of this series? This would be a great momentum builder moving into next weekend in New Mexico, and then finishing up next weekend there in El Paso against UTEP. So here we are, top of the 4th, Oklahoma down 4-1. AP gets a walk. We'll take it. Get base runners however we can. Yeah, Carly Keeney, they were talking about her before the game, and whenever Chris Plank was talking to her before today's game, and was just saying how she, because they were in Texas, they were at the wedding of, gosh, I was gone blank all of a sudden. They're in Dallas, and Carly Keeney got told to, hey, coach wants to see you. And so she went not knowing what it was. And so Carly Keeney is taking the place of Jane Rocha. And Patty talked about how that she was overwhelmed and that the communication, there was just a lot of issues in that game. The communication from dugout to bullpen was an issue. And so with the situation that we're in with, Jen Rocha being out with her health concerns, I mean, just a lot of, it's a big learning curve, not just for some of the players, but the coaches, but it's still so early, so this is the early season. It's opening weekend. What we see today, this team will be way better as we get through the season. So great catch right there by left field as Lana is the first out. So top of the 4th, 1 out, OU down 4-1 with a runner on first. Absolutely, Dennis. Come on, bats. Where's the bats from last night, where it seemed like home run, every other hitter was just hitting a home run, hitting bombs. It's got to get some base runners. A home run would always be great, for sure, but got to get some base runners on, put some pressure on this defense. There we go. There we go. Got us a big hit. Abby with a big hit. Let's go. Abby with a hit out to right field. AP able to get all good throw, but AP has speed. So here we go. Here comes the Sooner magic right here. We have a runner at first and third, one out, down 4-1. Here's what we needed right here. Did you see the umpire talking to Cassidy about something? Looks like Arizona, as Oklahoma has turned over the lineup, is going to a pitching change. So Arizona is going to do a pitching change. 75 pitches. She hadn't had her best stuff. OU was making her pay early with pitches. That is one thing that has been an improvement from the first game, especially, is just the plate discipline. I think we've only had one strikeout so far today, but the hitters a lot more disciplined. They're not swinging at stuff in the dirt, stuff it over their head for the most part. So that's been a big improvement, and that's how this game or this season is going to be, y'all. From game to game, we're going to see improvement. And let's not forget, we are playing a top 20 team at their place. It ain't like we're playing Grand Valley State and Texas State and Missouri State, So, this is a top 20 team in the country. So they will make us pay for the mistakes that we make, and they have today. But if we can just get back, just like Ella Parker said in that interview last night after the victory, the mindset yesterday was, hey, let's just come out, let's play our game, let's play who we are, let's play the ball that we know how to play. So I would have loved to have heard what was the conversation coming in here to the top of the fourth. What was the conversation with JT Gasso, with Patty Gasso, as they talked to the hitters? Was it, hey, we still have a lot of game to play. We know what we're capable of against this team. We've seen it last night. So, just go out there, play free, play your game, play the ball you can play, and let's see what happens. And so far, this has been a great fourth inning for us, as we have the runner at first and third. So yeah, the pitcher here, she was a starter in game one, as Arizona had that comeback. Runner on first and third, one out. Cassidy at the plate, hits a ground ball to first. Cassidy thrown out, but the runner does advance to second, and we get the second run. So we'll take it. Got to chip away at this lead. Yeah, the travel ball. Everybody's played with everybody. Small world sometimes. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I would like to see a 3-run or a 2-run bomb right here by Ella Parker. Let's just tie this game back up. What do y'all think? Ball in the dirt. Ella Parker looking at a 1-1. Would love to see a 2-run bomb right here to tie this game up. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Oklahoma down 4-2. Another ball in the dirt, 2-1. Ella Parker strike 2, way out in front. So got to protect yourself. Come on, Ella. Another ball in the dirt, full count. So Ella Parker has worked herself to a full count. Definitely take a walk. Ball 4, there we go. So can we have some 2 out? Is this going to be a 2 out rally for Oklahoma? They got one of the runs back. They have base runners again now on first and second. Here comes Kendall Wells. As a coach is coming out again for Arizona to talk to her pitcher and her defense. As OU is putting a little bit of pressure. And we're going to see another pitching change and go right back to number 12. So another pitching change. So Arizona is definitely feeling this pressure. They probably feel like this could go. I mean, this could either be a massive inning for Oklahoma or they can minimize the damage. So they're kind of in the mindset of what we were in whenever it was 1-0, 1-1, and we were able to get those two quick outs, and hopefully able to get out of that mess, but just weren't able to, and Arizona made us pay. Kendall Wells with the ground out. Very frustrating, y'all. Very, very frustrating. We've left runners on base every inning. Very, very frustrating to see. Oh, that's frustrating, y'all. Another wasted opportunity for Oklahoma to try to tie the game or even go ahead right there. But here we are, bottom of the fourth. Oklahoma down 4-2. Need to have another quick 3 up and 3 down quad inning. All right, got that fixed there at the bottom. All right, so y'all let me know in the comments, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking here? You think we'll be able to just keep chipping away at this lead? Exactly. We got the one back. That was a wasted opportunity. That was frustrating, but we did get one back. So as Oklahoma's going to have 9 outs left to try to get a couple runs back and get a lead here and get a great comeback win and get the series win against number 18 Arizona at their place, and then move on to Valentine's weekend out there in New Mexico. And Arizona has 4 runs, was not earned. As Katie was a starter, she had an okay first inning. Second inning, it started out with a walk, a hit by pitch, another walk, and they made us pay for our mistakes with the free passes there in the second inning. Last inning was real quiet. Arizona went up 3 up, 3 down, really quiet, which is what we needed. We were able to get one of the runs back. As Audrey's out here back in the 4th inning, she has definitely turned into what it looks like the Oklahoma ace so far. Really need to see Audrey Lowry get a quick 3 up, 3 down. We got to get back in the Sooners dugout. We ought to get one of the runs back, but get the bats going. Two to one for Audrey Lowry here. Grounder to second. Good throw. One down. Exactly what we need, y'all. Exactly what we need here. Batter attempted a bunt and goes foul. As you feel like the rest of the game, we should see Audrey Lowry, whether we don't come or whether we don't complete the comeback, or if we do and we get a lead, we would think that Audrey Lowry, being what she's shown this weekend, that she looks to be the obvious ace, we should see her the rest of the game to try to get this comeback victory for the Sooners. Ground ball to third. Great play by Nellie Mack over to first. 2 outs. So exactly what we need if you're Oklahoma. Arizona had that one big inning because of our mistakes. But other than that, they've been really quiet. Went 3 up, 3 down in the third. We got 2 outs here in the fourth. So love to see this after seeing that second inning debacle. Defensively, pitching, we've calmed down. They're playing their ball. They're playing OU ball, and they look good. We just got to try to get the comeback here with the bats as we go into the fifth inning. But I like to see that the defense, the pitching has calmed down after that rough second inning. They've locked in and doing what they need to do. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth, Arizona up 4-2. There we go. Grounder to Agbenani. Gets the out at first. There you go. So 2 straight innings of 3 up, 3 down. 6 in a row. Exactly what we need if you're Oklahoma. So here we go to the top of the fifth. OU down 4-2. We've left multiple runners on base the last 2 innings. Not able to really make Arizona pay for their mistakes. But will that tide turn here in the fifth, and we can just open up the floodgates like we did last night against Arizona, where it seemed like every other batter was hitting a bomb. It was just insane to see. Just a hitting clinic, batting practice is what it looked like. I mean, last night you would have thought that we were playing so-and-so state, but it's just crazy to see how, game one, OU was up. We ended up losing late, 11-6. But, a good competitive game all the way through. You had yesterday's just complete dominant victory over Arizona. And then today, it's a lot closer, competitive game. It's just crazy how it goes, just the ups and downs from game to game. You just never know what's going to happen. You just never know what's going to happen. Dennis, absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, we would like to see the comeback here and we get a lead, but we have got just keep chipping away. Can we get one more run and just put more and more pressure on the Arizona defense, the Arizona pitcher? As we've seen Oklahoma or Arizona do a lot of pitching changes and just trying to maneuver their way and somehow hold on to this 4-2 lead over Oklahoma. Gabby Garcia up to bat. Go. There we go. There we go, y'all. There we go. We'll take it, Gabby. Gabby with a solo home run over left center. Chipping away. Could this be the inning where we come back and take control of the game? And just like that, with one pitch, OU now just down 4-3 here on top of the fifth. Let's go. Continue to put the pressure on that Arizona pitcher and their defense. They're showing a close up there of the pitcher. You know, is she getting frustrated? Like what's going through her head right now? You know, is she thinking, oh no, here we go. Here we go. But we will see. So here we are. If you're just tuning in, Oklahoma started out with a 1-0 lead. Arizona tied it up in the second to get the one back off of a lot of mistakes. And then they brought in Audrey Lowry. She got 2 cookouts there in the second. We thought we were going to get out of it as we see a hit by Nellie Mack. She gets a hit. So there we go. Nellie Mack over at first. So Oklahoma came out to start the 5th inning down 4-2. Gabby with a solo shot makes it 4-3. Nellie Mack with the hit and Kai Miner up to bat. Looking to at least advance that runner to second. Let's go, Kai. We need you here, Kai. Come on. Let's get you a big hit right here. She takes a ball outside. 1-1 for Kai Miner in the 5th inning. OU down 4-3 to number 18, Arizona. Got Nellie Mack over at first, so a 2-run shot will give us a lead, but can we at least advance the runner? Up high, 2-1. So if you're Oklahoma, this is exactly the start that you'd wanted to see. And this what's hopefully is going to be a comeback from the Oklahoma Sooners. Kai fouls that one off, so 2-2 for Kai Miner. Y'all let me know in the comments, what are y'all thinking? What are you feeling? Is this going to be a big inning for Oklahoma right here? Is this where we tie the game, take the lead? Another ball. Kai, ball hit to second. They look to go for 2. It's not going to happen. Kai has so much speed. She's going to be tough to ever get a double play on. Wasn't going to happen, but Arizona does get the lead runner as they get Nellie Mack out there at second. So, 5th inning, if you just tuned in, Gabby Garcia had a huge shot to start the 5th to get one of the runs back. Oklahoma now down 4-3. Nellie Mack got a hit. Kai came in, hit a grounder to second. They were able to get the lead runner, get Nellie Mack there at second. But we have Kai Miner over at first as the coach is back out there talking to Arizona again. Man, they've been busy. A lot of trips out to the mound for Arizona today. We've seen multiple pitchers, but lots of trips for Arizona. I'm sure he's saying, hey, we're fine, we're good. Telling his players, hey, let's not let this snowball. Patty Gasso, JT Gasso, just telling the players, hey, be the hitter you know you can be, play your game, and good things will happen. Ooh, that was called a strike. That was not a strike, but okay, that was outside and low. You saw AP kind of look at Blue like, what was that? So, but here we go. Can AP get us the lead? Advance the runner. Somehow get an RBI. We know that she is capable of hitting a home run. We've seen it already this year. Can we get a few base runners? Strike 2. So 1-2 count for AP here in the 5th inning. OU down 4-3. Runner at first, 1 out. Looking to turn this 5th inning into a big one for Oklahoma. Fouls that one off. 1-2. AP's battling here. Oh, yeah. Foul off the catcher. You know, that one might. Catcher's going to fill that one tomorrow. Let's go, AP. Looks like that was close to hitting her. You're leaving? Okay. Have fun. Love you. What looked like might have hit Alyssa Parker there. Umpire said it went off the bat. So here we are, 1-2 count for Alyssa Parker. Foul ball down left field there. So 1-2 count. The Arizona pitcher already at 90 pitches. We've seen her start, come out, come back in, but 90 pitches. Let's go, AP. AP pops it up in the infield. So here we are, top of the fifth inning. OU down 4-3, 2 outs. Got Kai Miner over at first, so Patty out talking to the umpire. Looks like we might see a pinch hitter right here in the fifth inning. Definitely need a massive big 2-out hit here. At least try to tie the game. Thank y'all for being here today on Super Bowl Sunday. I appreciate y'all. Make sure while you guys are here, y'all hit the like button. As hopefully we see Oklahoma come here with a comeback to win this series over Arizona here and start off the season 3-1. Let's go, Lexi. We need a big hit right here. How about a 2-run bomb? Fouls that one off. Yeah. We saw this last night. Lexi is she's definitely capable of hitting home runs. We saw it last night as they're showing her home run. Let's go, Lexi. Lexi, goes foul. Great effort by Arizona. Just weren't able to get that one. So here we are with a 2-2 count for Lexi McDaniel. Would love to see a 2-run shot. Y'all. As Lexi, she's from St. Joseph, Missouri. That is north of Kansas City here in the state of Missouri. Another foul ball. Let's go, Lexi. Ball 3. Full count for Lexi. Ball hit right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first. So, again, we leave runners on base, but big home run for Gabby Garcia to start off the fifth inning to get one of the runs back. So, going to the bottom of the fifth, Arizona is now just up 4-3. So like we've seen in the third inning and the fourth inning, hopefully this is another 3 up, 3 down for Arizona offensively, and we can get back in there and keep chipping away at this lead. All right, y'all, while it's at a break real quick, I'll be right back. All right, y'all, sorry about that. I'm back. Right, so I'm not sure how it happened, but looks like we got the first batter out. So Audrey Lowry continues just to cruise. Another strike. There we go. And surprisingly, everybody, looks like this is our ace. That's not who I would have thought at the beginning of the season, but it looks like the young sophomore, Audrey Lowry, is going to be our ace this year. Of course, we're going to see improvement, as this season goes through. It's, just all phases of the game. But surprisingly, Audrey Lowry has been locked in every opportunity. And if you're just tuning in, she did not start the game. Kirsten Dill did. Kirsten Dill had an okay first inning. Got to the second inning. OU was up 1-0. Started off that inning with a walk. Hit the next batter, then another walk. And then there was another walk. And Arizona tied up. They brought in Audrey Lowry. She got 2 outs, so we all thought, okay, they're going to get out of this mess, and we'll move on with a 1-1 game. And with bases loaded, the batter hit the ball. They had Ella Parker shaded to center. She was playing right field, and had she not been shaded towards center, it would have been a routine out, but it hit the ground, and it ended up being a 3-1, a 3-run hit for Arizona, and that's how they got to 4-1. Oklahoma has chipped back. They got the second run last inning. Gabby Garcia had a big run, or a big home run, to start the top of the fifth. And so here we sit, 4-3 Arizona, bottom of the fifth. Hopefully we see another 3 up, 3 down, as I believe get the walk. That's okay. Would love to see a double play right here. Before that walk, I want to say that she retired 8 in a row, I believe. So let's go, Audrey. You got this. You got a great defense behind you. Come on. Foul ball down first base. How are you guys feeling? You guys feeling nervous, or? How are you guys feeling? You guys let me know in the comments. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let me know where you're watching from. What are you thinking about the game? How's this game going to play out? Are we going to see some center magic today? And for y'all that may not know, I've been asking you guys, hey, where are you guys watching from? So I thought something that I would do is right here behind me, I'm going to put up just a map of the U.S. and even the world maybe, and just put a thumbtack. So if you're like, hey, I'm from Florida, or I'm watching from North Carolina, or whatever it is, that we can put it on the map. And then the goal this season would be to can we get a thumbtack on all the states? I think that would be pretty cool to do. So I've been trying to get a list. And so far, we've had North Carolina, Illinois, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Louisiana, Missouri. The other day, we had somebody from Japan, which was pretty cool in the Arizona State game. And we also had Puerto Rico. So that's going to be the goal this season. You know, as we watch softball together here, is can we get all the states? Can we get some Sooner fans from everywhere? But we're off to a good start. So if I'm missing a state, or if you haven't said anything, please let me know. So we have Japan, Puerto Rico, North Carolina, Illinois, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Louisiana, and Missouri. Did I miss any? If I did, please let me know. Let's go, Audrey. Ball low, 2-1 count. So if you're just tuning in, Arizona's up 4-3, bottom of the fifth. We got 2 outs. Got a runner on first and looking to get out of this and keep chipping away at this lead. And hopefully in the next inning, like we saw against Arizona State, have a big 6th inning and come back and take the lead. There we go. There we go. There we go, Audrey. Big strikeout there for Audrey Lowry. Arizona had that one base runner, but nothing. So since Audrey's come in and was given the bases loaded with no outs, she has done a phenomenal job again today pitching. After that big 2nd inning for Arizona, they've been shut down. Absolutely nothing. Gotta love it. This is our ace for sure moving forward. But I hope that we see a lot of improvement. So, which we will. You know, as the season grows, whenever you have the best pitching coach, Jen Rocha, you have the GOAT, Patty Gasso. JT Gasso, one of the best in his own right when it comes to hitting. We're going to see a lot of growth and maturity. It's, obviously frustrating to see us just play a 2-1 game against Arizona State, have a lead in the 2nd game of this season, and end up losing that one late, 11-6. And then yesterday, it seemed like we were playing a high school team. I mean, Oklahoma could hit, do whatever they wanted. It looked like a batting practice, and they scored 21 runs. And then today, it's just so far we're just this. Every game's been different, up and down. So, but like we've seen a billion times with the Sooners, hopefully we see another comeback from Oklahoma, see some center magic. We saw it in the 6th inning the other day against Arizona State with that big shot by Kendall Wells. Are we going to see it again here? Are we going to see it again here in the 6th inning now, out in Arizona in Game 3, the rubber match? On the year, Oklahoma 2-1, looking to make it 3-1, and then drive on down to New Mexico for next weekend's games. My plan is I will be live streaming those games For all of you that may have to work during the day, the games next Friday are being played at 2 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry. The first one's at 11 o'clock in the morning and then 2 p.m. And then next Saturday, Valentine's Day. So husbands, make sure you guys take care of your loved ones. Make sure you guys take care of your wives. Don't forget about Valentine's Day. But so they have 2 games on Friday, and then next Saturday on Valentine's Day, they play at 10 o'clock in the morning and then at 1 p.m. So games will be earlier. I will be doing a live stream. So if you're not able to watch me or don't have access to YouTube, you can always listen to Chris Plank for sure on the franchise and listen to the Sinners that way. But if you're able, I would love to see all of you here for those weekday, midday games. So hopefully you guys are still able to join me. There we go. Leadoff walk to start the 6th. Exactly what we want. The pitcher now up to 103. We've left a lot of runners on base this game, which is very, very frustrating. But here, OU has 6 outs left. We're just down 1. A leadoff walk here. We got to make him pay. Got to make him pay. As Abby was able to get the walk right there. So here we are back to the top of the lineup. So this is exactly what we want, y'all. If you knew that we were down a run, you have a runner at first, Cassidy Pickering is probably going to be the one person you'd say, hey, can she be at the plate? So great opportunity, but we got to make him pay. Got to make him pay right here. Would love to see a 2-run bomb right here. Come on, Cassidy. Make him pay. Cassidy looks at 1. Questionable, but umpire calls it a strike. So Cassidy now 2-1. No outs, runner on first. Top of the 6th. OU down 4-3. No win. Cassidy pops it up. Caught by the left fielder out there in foul territory. So Cassidy not able to at least advance the runner. So here we are. Top of the 6th. Runner on first. 1 out. Ella Parker with the foul. Caught again. It's a repeat. Horrible. What started out to look like a big inning. That's very, very frustrating, y'all. Abby gets the opening walk. We turn the lineup over. We get to Cassidy Pickering and Ella Parker. And they pop it up into left field. But then Abby Dayton tries to steal second. And I don't know what are we doing? I mean, she was out by a mile. So another wasted. So just like that, what looked very promising, very, very quickly with the top of our lineup, not able to do anything. Very, very quickly, we have 3 outs. And so here we are now, bottom of the 6th inning, and OU's down to 3 outs. Are we going to see some Sinner magic in the 7th inning? You guys let me know. But, man, right there, Abby Dayton, I don't know what she's thinking. She was out by a mile. I don't know what she saw there or what the thought was there, but thrown out by a mile. So what a quick turnaround in that inning. We changed the ticker at the bottom. So y'all let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are we going to see some Sinner magic in the 7th? Hopefully we see Audrey Larry come out here, do her job. 3 up, 3 down. Give Arizona nothing to even think about. And can we see some Sooner magic and see our first comeback? Well, we saw a comeback win the other day against Arizona State, but can we see the first one here against Arizona? All right, got that changed. So the score is 4-3 Arizona, bottom of the 6th inning. Oklahoma started out with a 1-0 lead. It was a rough second inning. Arizona ended up getting 4 out of it, getting 4 runs there with a lot of walks, hit by pitch. The 3rd inning, 4th inning, 5th inning, they brought in Audrey Lowry. She has shut down Arizona. And here we sit in the bottom of the 6th, Arizona up 4-3. OU has chipped away at the lead, but Audrey gives up her first hit since she came in. But Oklahoma will be down to their last 3 outs whenever we get to the 7th inning, and it's going to take some Sooner magic today to get the win. We have left a lot of base runners on now. That's been frustrating. We've had multiple innings now where we start out with a walk or a hit, and it's a good start to the inning, and then we just can't do anything with it. So if you're just tuning in, Arizona's up 4-3, bottom of the 6th. We have 1 out. Arizona has a runner over at first. Another hit up center field. So quickly, Arizona has first and second now, 1 out, looking to extend their lead over Oklahoma. You can hear the crowd for Arizona starting to feel it, getting excited, trying to cheer on their Wildcats. And without some Sooner magic in the 7th inning, it'd be a big, big series win for Arizona, getting 2 wins over number 3 Oklahoma. If we do not see any Sooner magic today here on Super Bowl Sunday. But, I mean, we knew the goal was not to go undefeated. There's going to be ups and downs along the way. This is going to happen. But the main thing is, how do we look? How much have we grown? How much have we matured by the time we get to May? By the time we get to late May, we're there in conference play. And we get to postseason. So definitely going to see a lot of maturity and growth with this team. But now, and if for y'all that may not know, this team's very young. We have 14 underclassmen to just 7 upperclassmen. As we attempted the double play, got 1 at second, couldn't get the 1 at first. So here we sit, Arizona up 4-3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. But Arizona has a runner on first and third. So just looking to get the 3rd out any way we can. Big moment here in the game. Arizona looking to get an insurance run. And Audrey Lowry here, the Sooners just looking to get out of this and try to make some Sooner magic happen in the 7th inning. Ball 1 outside. But regardless of what happens here, a lot to learn from today. A lot to learn in all phases of the game. So practice is going to be pretty intense for sure this week with Patty Gasso and the Sooners. And make sure y'all say a prayer for Jen Rocha. Hopefully she's doing better as she has a health scare, and hopefully God has his hands over her and is pulling some magic to get her back to where she needs to be and that she's healthy. And hopefully we see her back in the dugout next week. All right, so here we go. Audrey Lowry does her job, gets the third out. So, all right, y'all let me know. What do you think? We're gonna see some center magic here. Oklahoma's down 4-3. We got 3 outs left. What do y'all think? You guys let me know. You guys feeling it? Is there gonna be some center magic on Super Bowl Sunday? I forgot who it is, but we have the number 3. I believe that's Nellie Mack. I believe will be the first hitter here in the 7th inning, and she's been on fire today, so she could definitely hit a bomb for sure. Tie the game. We just need a one, y'all. We just need a one. It could be a walk, could be a hit, obviously a home run, but can we just get some base runners? I mean, yes, the home run would be great for sure, obviously, but can we just get some base runners? Can we put some pressure on that pitcher, on that defense? Because obviously, ever since they brought in Audrey Lowry today, Arizona has done absolutely nothing. She looks phenomenal. She's definitely going to be our ace moving forward. She's been locked in, so she has definitely gone above and beyond on doing her job. Last night, we saw tons of home runs. We saw 21 hits last night from the Oklahoma Sooners here. Today, they're a lot colder, but something that's very frustrating that we've seen, very, very frustrating, is just all the runners left on base. Very frustrating. We've left a lot, and that was something that we saw last year too. But here we go. So Kendall Wells, we definitely know what she's capable of. Man, how great would it be to see Kendall Wells, the one to get the 2-run shot to give us a win over Arizona State, and then to be the one to tie it up against Arizona here in the 7th. What a weekend that would be for Kendall Wells. Takes ball 1. Got to be smart at the plate. Plate discipline. Don't chase anything. Make the pitcher earn it. And at this point, a walk is as good as a hit. So we'll take any way we can. Just got to get some base runners. Unless she decides she wants to hit a home run. 1-1 count. Pitcher now over 110 for Arizona. Let's go, Kendall. Takes the ball low. Come on, Kendall. Come on, Kendall. Cedar Magic. Let's go, baby. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yes. There we go. Boomer. Let's go, Kendall. What a start for her in her Sooner career. Just like that, Sooner Magic. There we go. There we go. Brand new ball game. 4-4. Some Sooner Magic by Kendall Wells. Comes through with a shot. And just like that one pitch, the crowd gets quiet for Arizona. OU fans on their feet. Let's go. Gabby Garcia, she was the one that got the hit in the last inning to chip away that lead. So can we see another back-to-back for Oklahoma? As you can hear the Boomer Sooner crowd, the chants from the crowd, love it. 2-1 count. So, seeing that definitely got to the pitcher. Is she going to get into her head and just kind of fall apart here at the mound? Come on, Gabby. Let's go, Gabby. Go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's go. Gabby Garcia with the back-to-back. Just like that, y'all. Sooner Magic. What are y'all thinking in the comments? You guys let me know. Are you kidding me? Wow. Some Sooner magic on Super Bowl Sunday. Coming into this inning, OU was down 4-3, down to our last 3 outs. Bats had gotten cold since the beginning of the game. And just like that, back-to-back shots. So Oklahoma has found a way to get the lead, now at 5-4. Still no outs. Arizona pitcher now up to 118. And you know it's got to be tough mentally. That's going to be hard on her and the defense and the team. Oh, and 2 here, but Sooner magic, Teresa Boomer. Unbelievable. But obviously, we got to get some insurance runs because you never know. You never know. Audrey has looked great, but could always use some insurance runs for sure here. Come on, Nellie Mac. Let's go, Nellie. She fouls that one off. Just got to keep getting some hits here. Keep this going. Get some insurance runs. Let's go, Nellie. Nellie with another hit. Look at this. Nellie Mac, 4 for 4 today. She is on fire. I'm not sure what her batting average is, but it has to be something ridiculous for Nellie Mac. As the Arizona pitcher, the frustration's there. Arizona came in just 3 outs away from getting a series win over number 3 Oklahoma. And just like that, with 2 back-to-back shots, with Kendall Wells with the first one to tie the game, and then right after that, Gabby Garcia with another shot, and Oklahoma is now at 5-4. And we see Nellie Mac with the hit. So the bats have woken up big time here in the 7th inning. And ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing some Sooner magic on a Sunday. Just when things look dim and things look like it's just not going to be our way today, Sooner magic. Sooner magic. Now, by no means is this game over. I mean, we still have to get the last 3 outs, but what a comeback. What a 7th inning for Oklahoma. But some insurance runs here would definitely be huge. Let's go, ladies. Keep it going. Let's go, Kai. So the pinch runner, Cheney Helton going over to first for Nellie Mac. Try to get some speed on the bases here. So you got Cheney, we got speed at first. We have speed here in the batter's box. Some really quick runners here for Oklahoma. And as we know, speed on the bases can kill a team quickly. Let's go, Kai. Kai with the bunt. They get her at first. What are we doing? Did Patty Gasso tell her to go? Another base running error. So we had a runner at first, no outs. Kai bunts it, trying to advance the runner. She's thrown out at first, and then Cheney is trying to go all the way to third and gets caught in a rundown. I don't know if that was Patty telling her to go or Patty told her to hold up and she just kept on coming, but what a big error. We would have had 1 out, a runner on second. What a base running error by Oklahoma right there. So just like that, 2 outs for Oklahoma. Nobody on. We did get the lead, but what a costly error right there on the base pads. What are we doing? Let's go, AP. Get us a spark going here with 2 outs. Get us another big insurance run. What a game, y'all. What a game. Back and forth, back and forth. Two one count here for AP. 2 outs in the top of the seventh. We've seen some center magic. Oklahoma started this inning off down 4-3. We had 2 solo shots to start the inning to give us the lead. Nelly Mack got a hit. They brought in a pinch runner to get us some more speed on the bases. Kai Miner comes up, bunts the ball. She's thrown out at first, but then Cheney Helton, I don't know if it was Patty or if it was Cheney just doing what she wanted to do there, but a costly base running error. She gets caught in between second and third, and she gets thrown out. And just like that, it's a quick 2 outs for Oklahoma. And we have AP here looking to get a spark to get us going again offensively. Let's go, Alyssa. All right, Alyssa now looking at a full count. Full count for Alyssa Parker. Top of the seventh, Oklahoma has come back with 2 home runs to take the lead 5-4. We have 2 outs. The Arizona pitcher now hitting the 130 mark. Shot hit foul down left field. Can the freshman here, Alyssa Parker, big hitter / pitcher for Oklahoma, can she get us a spark going here with 2 outs in the 7th inning? Big time walk. There we go. We'll take it. We'll take it. So here we go. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Base runner again. Up by 1. Out here in Tucson, Arizona, playing the number 18 ranked Wildcats in what is a rubber match in a 3-game series here on Super Bowl Sunday. Ogbenani up to bat here. Looking to advance the runner, maybe get us a 2-run home run. But it'd be huge if we could get some insurance runs. Audrey Lowry has looked great. She has shut down Arizona ever since coming in the 2nd inning. Arizona hasn't been able to do anything at all. But she has to get 3 big outs in the 7th inning, though, to finish the thing, to finish the comeback for Oklahoma here. The bats were cold for the majority of the game. Lowry came in. The pitching's been great. And then just when we needed the Oklahoma offense to get hot, they did. They did their job. They're going to give Audrey a lead going into the bottom of the 7th with just needing 3 outs. So can Audrey Lowry finish the deal for the Oklahoma Sooners and get this big series win for this very, very young Oklahoma team? Another foul out to left field in foul territory. Keeping that left outfielder busy out there for Arizona. Be great with a wild pitch, anything. Let's just try to get the runner there in a scoring position. An insurance run here would be huge for the Sooners. Takes a ball inside. Let's go, Alana. We need you right here. We need you in this opportunity. Come on. Another foul ball. But hey, this time it was a foul ball down the right field. Lots and lots of foul balls for Alana here in this at bat. She's battling. As we have Alyssa Parker over at first. Two-two count here for Alana. Looking to continue the 7th inning here for Oklahoma. And she strikeouts. Wasn't even close. The Arizona pitcher's pumped. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Going to the bottom of the 7th. We saw some center magic right there in the top of the 7th. We needed some big runs. We got them. Got them really quick off of 2 solo shots, one by Kendall Wells, and then one by Gabby Garcia, who's had a big day at the plate with 2 home runs today. She gave us the lead. So here we go, 5-4, Oklahoma. Bottom of the 7th, just need 3 outs to get a huge series win for this very young Oklahoma team here in the opening weekend of the 2026 season. You guys let me know in the comments, how are we feeling? Is Audrey going to finish the job here? We're going to see a comeback victory today? I'm feeling it, y'all. That's what I think. I mean, Audrey's just been locked in. It's been great to see, and surprisingly, she's going to be the ace. I love it. And she's only a sophomore. She's only a sophomore, so she's not going nowhere. We're going to be seeing her for a long time. You guys let me know in the comments, how are we feeling? You guys nervous? You guys excited? What do y'all think? $21 of y'all in here, please make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't, I would appreciate that. Thank you guys for being here with us as we watch what hopefully is going to be a comeback for the Oklahoma Sooners, as they were down 4-3 going to the 7th, able to get 2 solo shots to take the lead 5-4. So here we are in the bottom of the 7th. Just a high bounce ball in this for a single, and nothing you can do there. So Arizona with the infield hit to start off the 7th inning here. Even if she had caught that cleanly, she was so fast, you were not going to get her out at first. So here we go. The tying run is now at home plate, or the leading run is now at home plate. Tying run over there at first. Come on, Artie, you got this. Wild pitch. Base runner now moving out to second base. So just like that, with a little infield hit, a couple pitches, a couple balls thrown, wild pitch back to the backstop, and now Arizona, now the tying run sitting at second base, no outs. As Carly Keeney's coming out to talk to Audrey Larry, calm him down, make sure she's right in her head. Telling her just to relax. She's been throwing great this whole game. As you can hear the Boomer Sooner chants in the crowd. I love to see that from the Sooner fans cheering on this young sophomore pitcher. So if you're just tuning in, we saw some Sooner magic able to come back and take the lead in the 7th inning. They're up 5-4, but Arizona threatening here already with a runner at second off of a wild pitch. No outs. 3-1. 3-1 count. Arizona has a runner on second. Some confusion with whether it's 3-1 or 3-0. But they get it right on the scoreboard. Somebody was off with communication with that, but bottom of the seventh, OU up by 1. Run the tying run at second. 3-1 count. Hit out to left field for 1 out. There we go. Line drive hit right out to Abby Dayton for the catch for the first out. Challenge it. We got to challenge that. Challenge it. This is going to be an out. They called her safe. So currently the tying run is, oh yeah, she's out. Got her on the hand. Got her on the hand. It's going to be a challenge. She's going to be out. But currently the tying run is sitting at third. Patty's going to obviously challenge that, and it should go in Oklahoma's way. She did challenge one in the first inning, and it wasn't a good challenge, and it didn't go OU's way. But on the replay, when you saw Nellie Mack come around with her hand like that, she spun around, and she was able to tag the hand before it got into third base. So she will be called out. So we should have it should be 2 outs for Oklahoma with just the runner with the tying run at first. They're showing the replays, but you can see it right there. She's out on the hand before the runner gets third. It's yeah, she's going to be called out. What do y'all think in the comments? She out? She's out, right? I mean, Nellie Mack spun around, got the tag there on the hand. That has to be an out. It should be the second out. I'd be shocked if somehow they call her safe. There we go. There we go. There we go. 1 out. Let's go. 1 more out. Arizona does have the tying run over at first. They have changed the call on the field. Arizona fans not happy. Coach not happy. Arizona coach out there talking to the umpire. Not happy. Not happy at all. Trying to get some clarity on what happened. She knows, but, I mean, she has to do this, but she was out. She knows it. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oklahoma up 5-4, came back in the 7th, had a little bit of damage. They just changed the call. They called a runner safe at third, but on the review and on the challenge by Patty Gasso, they call her out. It gives us the second out of the inning. So here we sit. So 1 out to go. Can the Sooners finish this off? And can we see some Sooner magic? Here we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Sooner magic, baby. Sooner magic. There we go. Sooners with a big comeback win today, down 4-1 in the second. They chip away. We see some Sooner magic here in the 7th inning by Kendall Wells and Gabby Garcia with back-to-back shots. Had a little bit of excitement here in the bottom of the 7th, but Oklahoma finds a way to come back and see some Sooner magic and get the big series win against Arizona. So the Sooners, after opening weekend, lose 1 to Arizona, win the series 2-1, and start the season 3-1 after getting the other win over Arizona State. But what a game. What a game. Center Magic. You can never count out these ladies. Don't matter if they're more experienced, if they're a young team like they are this year. It doesn't matter. You never count out Oklahoma in this situation. As you see them now coming out to do their prayer, which I love to see this. You don't see this very often, but I love to see this in college softball where they all get together on the mound and they pray. I love to see that. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Y'all spending some time with me watching the Sooners and some Center Magic here in opening weekend of college softball. Make sure before you guys leave that y'all hit the thumbs up, and I hope y'all have had a good time. And if you have had a good time here today with me, I will be live streaming a lot more of the Oklahoma game, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will do a video, a game recap video here in a few minutes, and I'll have that posted. So with that being said, thank y'all for being here. And you guys enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Teresa, glad to see you here. Thank you for spending your time with me on Sunday. Thank you and God bless. All right, with that being said, we're going to call it a day. It's been a great day as we see the Sooners come back and win 5-4. And we'll see you guys next time. They will be in New Mexico. Next Friday, there's a doubleheader. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate all y'all being here with me. Thank you. God bless. And I will talk to y'all later. Boomer.